I thought it was important to make this video. There was a viral video that's going around locally here in Santa Clara County.
Don't fucking yell at her though, you fucking weirdo.
I'm the one.
Shut the fuck up and don't
Shut the fuck
You
up.
shut the fuck up, bitch.
Listen, I'm not a bitch.
You are a bitch.
She doesn't understand English.
No, I know.
With this
You
card,
pay for the store,
you
hot
give
dog.
shit to people that
tell
don't
her
pay
to hand it
you.
to
Shut the
him.
fuck up, bitch.
Fuck you, motherfucker.
Nigga, I
Fuck
paid
you.
your ass.
Alright, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
Escalating it.
Basically here in San Jose, there was some type of argument between the food vendor who didn't speak any English and this black guy who was buying hot dogs, and another lady who was obviously impaired too as well. They were both impaired. This lady to the side and this black guy who was buying hot dogs. You could just tell by the way that they were talking and their aggression that they were basically slurring their words a little bit, and they just kind of like sounded like they were drunk. So I wanted to make the video to kind of like address, like, this happened a year ago. We as a community collective shame this guy currently for something that happened prior a year ago. I don't exactly know if this guy apologized a year ago, or it went viral a year ago, but whoever posted this with intention to make this go viral and basically get some like clip farming, you know, for this recent event, because obviously it's been a year prior. There's been no real altercation obviously since then. These were strangers. I wanted to make a video on the topic because I'm like, dude, this is kind of bad, because a lot of people were really shaming and talking about harm to this guy, you know, in the comment section. And they potentially, if they seen him on the street, you know, how high the stakes are right now between a lot of the political issues that are going on publicly right now. Like, people just might hurt one another, you know. We need more black and brown unity, and we need to basically advocate for one another, our black brothers and our brown brothers. You know, we can't be dividing ourselves amongst each other. And that's kind of what I feel like this video was only for, to basically start controversy and divide the people. We're already divided as it is. You know, we don't need any more division and you know, in general. And so I thought it would be good to kind of like notice this. Like, if you're gonna be posting a video, like, talk about dates and talk about time frames and talk about like resolutions when they happen to your best ability. As I said, like, it seems like this girl only posted the video to clip farm people, because again, it happened a year ago. It had no real like rhyme, rhythm, or reason. Like, there's not much sense to post it now if there's been no altercation or anything. You know, it was a year ago, so it had no real resolution to it. And that's why when I thought, like, dude, this person is kind of worse than the person who was actually acting out. The person who acted out, you know, a year ago came back and he didn't defend himself. He didn't even tell context to the story. He just said, hey, I apologize. I was talking to these women, you know, unfairly and basically vulgar. And he took responsibility for his actions, talking bad to women, which he didn't have to. It is your right to talk to whomever technically you want to, however, as long as you're not making threats. Like, you could call a woman a bitch if you want all day, you know, and you could call a guy a bitch if you want all fucking day. It doesn't matter. It matters if you actually threaten someone. But of course, the moral responsibility when contested with this controversy has to be addressed, and the public did that. They addressed it, obviously, right? But there's no real reason he had to like continue to stay on his defense. You know, he definitely had right to talk about the context of what happened, and he didn't. He just apologized. So I think it's more respect towards this person for not even contesting what happened or explaining. He just simply, hey, you know what, that's my fault, my bad, I was obviously drunk and I was obviously in a bad time. I take full responsibility for what I did. And he didn't even tell us what he did. We don't even know what he did. There's still no context on the table because nobody's really brought it to their attention. And I've asked both the lady who brought forth the video and the guy who apologized for the video. Either way, kudos to him, man. Like, it takes a lot for a person to apologize, and it takes a lot for a person to hold self-accountability. So, I mean, at the end of the day, whatever's happened, you know, let it be as it is, and, you know, let the community know. Like, when people see this type of stuff, like, hey, that dude already apologized, there's more to the story, which people are. I'm glad they are, but we need to start facilitating this type of like moral reasoning and this type of conscious mind, that we have to understand the topics of these things collectively, right? Like, the community is further getting this guy's face and name out there to say, hey, you know, this guy actually apologized, like, settle back. We don't need to, you know, hate on this guy any further than we have. Like, he's embarrassed. Like, when you listen to his apology, he's really like sincere. Like, dude, I apologize. You know, there was no context. And that's what's even better about the story. There was no context to it. He didn't care. He just apologized and went about his business and left it alone. He just let God and let live. And that's what a lot of us need to do in a lot of this context. But, I mean, for the public to understand, if you're going to post something, put context and put an actual description or like really represent how you feel. Don't just throw a live grenade into the community in public to potentially get someone harmed, because that's potentially what would have happened most likely. I mean, if he was out there DJing in a club in downtown, someone drunk might have just stumbled upon him, seen him and say, hey, I seen you on social media and I don't like what you said, and you know, started acting aggressive or violent. And that's how easy it happens, because, you know, we as human beings are just fucking stupid. So anyways, that being said, I just thought I wanted to touch this topic. It was important to me to understand, because I took it personal, because I was like, this girl was clip farming the community. Crazy, right? Like, people were talking about harming this dude when they see him. So anyways, hold integrity to who you are. It takes a lot for a man to apologize, and it takes a lot for someone to hold accountability and take responsibility, not only for themselves but others. I guarantee you there's two sides to every story on what happened, because they were trying to explain a side of the story, and they were only upset the man was getting aggressive or mad, or like he wasn't even cussing at first. And that's what matters. Women, like, you're not entitled to just your own opinion. Like, dude, you know, don't dish it out if you can't take it yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, everyone's talking about equal rights, equal fights. Like, come on, man. Like, respect your community as well. Like, just because you're women doesn't mean you get a pass for being told that you're wrong in life, right? And that's kind of like what it looked like was happening. Also, men, protect your women. Don't just let something like that happen. Always stand up. Always say, hey, you know what, guys? Like, we don't need to be arguing. We don't need to be fighting. But most importantly, protect your women. There should have been some type of verbal interference or, you know, intervention. There should have been some type of verbal intervention from a man, even a woman, a long time ago, but not to the extent to further the arguing. You know, there should have been some type of de-escalation or resolution like a long time ago within those seconds. There was no need for any of that. So